776, when you push back, like 15 before kilo, the taxi right to the top. 50 kilo Romeo.
5 level 170.
He's on a slot today, so as you push back out of the cul-de-sac, I know it's a long push, but can you let the company out of 412? He's going to put forward kilo to let you on the way to Mike.
Okay, so we'll give way to the company coming out of 412 and they're going to kilo, so Sean 8 kilo Romeo.
Ryanair 442, hold short, runway 10 and monitor tower, 186.
Ryanair 10 with the tower, 182, so then stop for today.
Bye-bye.
583,
okay, cross there, Shamrock 66 Victor, cross runway 16, and it's Papa 2, Mike 2 Bravo, hold short, runway 10.
Cross 16, Papa 2 Bravo, holding short 10, Shamrock 66 Victor.
Shamrock 582, continue the taxi, Foxtrot Outers, Papa 1.
Foxtrot Outers, Papa 1, Shamrock 582. Papa 8 Revenue Delta, left turn back turn. Descending level 180, speed 280 knots, reduced to 50. Double Romeo Delta morning here on the back of the 1 Romeo arrival for runway 10. Information Yankee is current and descent to flight level 130. Back to 1 Romeo, runway 10 W with descent level 130, double 8 Romeo Delta. Double 8 Romeo Delta, report your passing flight level. Passing flight level 214, so 130, double 8 Romeo Delta. Roger.
Shamrock 63 November, continue the taxi onto the Foxtrot Outers, from short of link 5 now.
Foxtrot Outers, turn to first link 5, Shamrock 63 November.
Shamrock 66 Victor, hold short of runway 10 and monitor tower, 118.06, good morning.
Foxtrot 10, 118, Shamrock 66 Victor.
Patrick, the approach, expect to turn towards Oplex, might be 50.
Roger, thank you, see you there, please. Here for takeoff, right? Takeoff, runway 10, Shamrock 62, Yankee, on the back, bye-bye. Ryanair 3 Quebec Golf, hold short, runway 34, contact ground, 121.8, bye-bye. Roger, hold short, runway 34, and then read the ground, Ryanair 3 Quebec Golf. So back to 1 Romeo, for runway LS 10, Laudamotion 6618. Double 8 Romeo Delta reduced to 240 knots. Fully knots to 8 Romeo Delta. Good morning, Shamrock 69 Lima with you, climbing flight level 130. Shamrock 69 Lima, good morning to you, climbing flight level 230. Climb flight level 230, Shamrock 69 Lima.
Going zero.
Okay, 10, the traffic behind, Uzbek Approved 3.0, Shamrock 3, my Yankee.
Shamrock 63 November, continue the taxi, Papa 1, cross, runway 16, then it's Papa 2, Mike 2 Bravo, no short, runway 10.
Okay, yes, Papa 1, third cross 16, Papa 2, Mike 2, then it's onto the Bravo, so short 10, Shamrock 16 November.
Shamrock 582, hold short of runway 10, monitor tower, 118.06, good morning.
Shamrock 582.
There, but Ryanair 3 Quebec Golf, is that you calling?
Yeah, only good home to Ryanair 3 Quebec Golf, good morning.
Ryanair 3 Quebec Golf, good morning, cross runway 16 Hotel 1, hold short link 4.
Roger, cross runway 3416, also link 4 Ryanair 3 Quebec Golf.
Thank you, Terry 020, I think that was you calling, was it? Terry 020, good morning, push start approved, push back, gap pull forward, top release point, Oscar.
Push back and release point, Oscar, 020.
Turn to Nada 76, turn left heading 190.
Left turn heading 76, left turn heading 190. Is it?
Foxtrot Echo Lima, good morning, from 318 Romeo, push and start approved, and you're going to release point November.
So release point November, Shamrock 3 Echo Lima, morning.
Ryanair 3 Quebec Golf, contact 118.755, bye-bye.
118.755, Ryanair 3 Quebec Golf, bye-bye.
Fire 77 Charlie, hold short, runway 10, monitor tower, 118.06, good morning.
Hold short 10 at the time.
Bye-bye. Shamrock 154, hello, Richard earliest airborne of 48, I'll push you in about 5 minutes.
Okay, we are fully ready now.
Gemma 63 November, who's short runway 10 and monitor tower, 118.16. Good morning.
Also, runway 10, monitor 16, good morning.
Hello.
in flight level.
This on T24, descending flight level 200, Jersey by Papa Delta.
Ryanair 54 Fox Bravo, descend to flight level 130.
0130, Ryanair 5 Fox Bravo. 7 good morning to 831 uniform, climbing flight 120, direct next.
Zebra 831 uniform, good morning, climb flight level 230.
Flight level 230, Spirit 831 uniform. Dublin ground, hello, Ryanair 1 Fox Bravo.
Thank you.
Zebra 831 Romeo, request taxi.
Ryanair 1 Fox Alpha, I think that was you calling, someone's sitting you there, but hold short link 5, I'll attack you shortly.
Fort Shortland flight, Ryanair 1 Fox Bravo.
Ryanair 31 Delta Whiskey, you're following the Shamrock A320, going to pass now left to right at link 4, into the Rugby Shamrock, hard to sound the dark. So follow the Rugby Shamrock on to Papa 1 cross, runway 16, and then Papa 2, make the Bravo, go short, runway 1. 321.
217 knots to right, Romeo Delta.
And 7 X-ray Julie, descend to altitude 3,000 feet.
Descend to altitude 3,000 feet, Ryanair 7 X-ray Juliet.
And 7 X-ray Julie clears Neckled and right fast clear Isles, approach runway 10.
Clear Neckled and right tack for the ILS runway 10, Ryanair 7 X-ray Juliet.
Papa cross, runway 16, hotel 1, go short link 4.
Cross 16, hotel 1, hold short, link 4, Ryanair 25 September.
Don't try and get in there for taxi.
Yeah.
Okay, total cross there. But I got the Shamrock 3 Echo Lima, Shamrock 3 Echo Lima, taxi via the Urban Taxiway Edge, and one short link 4.
Urban Edge to hold short link 4, Shamrock 3 Echo Lima. Shamrock 4 Lima Yankee taxi. 090 degrees, 9 knots, traffic park. Continue to the 40 right. Point here.
Shamrock 4 Lima Yankee, at Point Sierra, taxi Bravo 1, report approaching link 1.
Bravo 1, call link 1, Shamrock 4 Lima Yankee.
Okay, 2 Kilo Romeo, you trying to get in there?
Shamrock 82 Kilo Romeo taxi.
Shamrock 82 Kilo Romeo, you're following the company, just coming out on your left hand side, following it and go short, link 1.
Neckled, 5 approach.
Picking up there, I did catch follow the company from the left, but that was it. Shamrock 82 Kilo Romeo, say again, please.
Okay, you're following the company, just coming out on your left hand side, following it and go short of link 1.
Follow company on left, hold short of link 1. Shamrock 82 Kilo Romeo.
Ryanair 1 Fox Alpha, taxi link 5, Papa 1.
Link 5, Papa 1, Ryanair 1 Fox Alpha.
I can tell you 02085 taxi. 0.755, good morning.
0755, yeah, we should out to CFI.
So you're giving way to 2 Ryanairs inbound on your left hand side, behind the second Ryanair, taxi Foxtrot Outers, reporter pushing at link 5.
Okay, behind the second Ryanair, by Foxtrot and before link 5, Qatari 00.
Shamrock 776 full short, runway 10, and monitor tower, runway 6. Good morning.
Hotel 108, good morning, Shamrock 776.
Ryanair 31 Delta Whiskey, full short, runway 10, monitor tower, runway 6. Good morning.
Ryanair 442, good morning to you, time to flight level 170.
Hotel Ryanair 170, and then Homerton. Hotel 2, holding short, 34. Shamrock 4 Lima Yankee, holding short, Lima 1.
Shamrock 4 Lima Yankee, thanks. Continue to taxi, right turn on to the Foxtrot, and hold short, link 4.
Foxtrot, hold short, link 4, Shamrock 4 Lima Yankee.
Shamrock 80 Kilo Romeo, follows company ahead, and hold short, link 4.
Follow company, hold short, link 4, Shamrock 82 Kilo Romeo.
Ryanair 1 Fox Alpha, cross runway 16, and it's Papa 2, Mike to Bravos, and hold short, runway 10.
76, A firm, Holy Beam Echo 7, keep you by short.
Holy Beam Echo 7. Dublin, Jersey 5 Papa Delta, descending flight 130 towards Let's Go, for the Let's Go 1 Romeo.
Jersey 5 Papa Delta, good morning. Continue lift go for the lift go 1 Romeo. Descend flight level 100.
I've got 100, speed 250 fuel greater.
Shamrock 37 Lima Kilo, you're going to follow the Qatari on the Papa 1 behind him, cross runway 16. Papa 2, Mike Bravo, to short runway 10.
Double 8 Romeo Delta clear to Gannett to establish localizer runway 10. Further descent to the glide slope shortly.
Check Gannett. Clear the RLS 10, step 8 Romeo Delta.
118 to be the Echo with you.
Papa 2 right.
Shamrock 14 Yankee after bad beat descend to flight level 150.
After bad speed descend flight level 150, Shamrock 14 Yankee. Okay, so it's going to find your way to Ryanair and then follow Shamrock 3 and cross 16.
A firm behind the Ryanair, follow him, cross runway 16, go short runway 10.
After Ryanair, cross 16, walk over 10, Shamrock 3 after this.
Shamrock 4 Lima Yankee, you're following that company now, right to left at link 4, behind him, cross runway 16 and go short runway 10.
Follow company traffic, cross 16, follow short 10, Shamrock 14 Yankee.
Ryanair 37 Lima Kilo, follow the Qatari now, cross runway 16, go short runway 10. The Shamrock in your 12 o'clock is given way to you.
Okay, follow the guitar and cross 16, follow short 10, and then go to the
Ryanair 1 Fox Alpha, go short runway 10 and monitor tower 186.
Full circle 10, one of the tower 1186 flight, Ryanair 1 host Dublin.
And Shamrock 18 Kilo Romeo, you're following the company A320 ahead of you in the Foxes there. Behind him, cross runway 16 and go short runway 10.
If you follow the company ahead, cross 16 and hold for the 10, Shamrock 82 Kilo Ryan.
Beaver 4 Whiskey, good morning, hold short 34, have you across shortly.
Okay, that's 34, holding Double 8.
Shamrock 39 Charlie, good morning from the 311 Romeo, push start bridge, hover release point Foxtrot.
Start bridge, Foxtrot, Shamrock, 71.
Qatari 020, hold short of runway 10, monitor tower 118.6, good morning.
On charge 10186, Qatari 020.
Reduce, flight level 70, reduce speed to 220 knots.
Okay, Robert 70, speed 220 knots, Jersey Whiskey.
Jersey Whiskey Delta expected to fly most of the sequence leg.
Hello, Jersey Whiskey.
Double 8 Romeo Delta descent to altitude 2,000 feet, cleared ILS approach runway 10, report established.
In the 2,000 feet, clear the RLS 10, we'll call you established step 8 Romeo Delta.
Right, good morning, Ryanair 5 Rocket Bravo, 80.
Fire Foster Bravo, good morning, continue on the 1 Romeo arrival.
What on your arrival, Ryanair 5 Rocket Bravo?
Ladder motion 661 Echo, descend to altitude 4,000 feet.
Descending 4,000 feet, ladder motion 661 Echo.
Dublin, good morning, Shamrock 14 Yankee, descending flight level 130, let's go for the 1 Romeo.
Shamrock 14 Yankee, good morning, identified. Continue 1 Romeo arrival, descend flight level 100.
Flight level 100 on the 1 Romeo, Shamrock 14 Yankee.
Step 8 Romeo Delta, localizer established 10, speed 180.
Double 8 Romeo Delta thank you, and reduce speed to 160 knots, maintain to 40 meters.
160 to 4, step 8 Romeo Delta.
Double 8 Romeo Delta, contact tower 118, that's it.
Morning, 186, step 8 Romeo Delta.
It's airborne of 49, hold short of runway 10, monitor tower 118.6, good morning.
On charge 10 and 86, Shamrock 3 after bye-bye.
Shamrock 154, just for coordination and reference your slot, are you able Echo 7? Firm, just in case needs be, are you able Echo 7?
Hey, firm, Shamrock 154.
Gotcha. Shamrock 4 Lima Yankee, hold short runway 10 and monitor tower 118.6, bye-bye.
4 Lima Yankee, hold short, 0 Terry.
Shamrock 82 Kilo Romeo, hold short runway 10 and monitor tower 118.6, good morning.
For the 10, monitor tower 86, Shamrock 82 Kilo Romeo.
7 X-ray Juliet, vacate Echo 3, Hotel 2.
Vacate Echo 3, Hotel 2, Ryanair 7 X-ray Juliet.
runway 10, clear for takeoff, right?
Runway 10, clear takeoff, traffic 6 November, good morning.
Jersey 8 Whiskey Delta, clear direct to Oslex.
Direct to Oslex, Jersey 8 Whiskey Delta.
Bravo 1, report approaching link 1.
Bravo 1, call approaching link 1, Shamrock 154.
1XO, reduce speed to 180.
Reducing 180, loud motion 66 on X.
Flight level 120, inbound to level.
577 Charlie, get ATU 290, knots when you can, climb to flight level 170.
Roger, climb level 170 and we're reaching 290 knots.
Short of link 4 at the moment.
Delta.
7X Juliet hold short of runway 34.
Also to runway 34 on S7 radio this morning. Let's fully start by approximately.
7328, thank you, hold short of link 5. I just have traffic to get out ahead of you on a slot. Just want to get ahead of you.
I just want to start by good morning, Ryan, I'm back. I'll be back holding short link 5.
Ryanair 57 Delta Bravo, hello, hold short of link 5. I have traffic on a slot to get out ahead of you and the company on your right. Happy taxiing shortly.
Essentially 4,000 feet on QNH 1011, hence Pascal Jesse 8 2,400 for flight level 90, exit to Echo.
Shamrock 63 November, good morning, identified climb flight level 120.
So 120, Shamrock 63 November.
411 right, Shamrock 590.
Shamrock 39 Charlie taxi.
Okay, cross there with Shamrock 154, taxi right on the Foxes, then Foxtrot Outers, report approaching link 5.
Foxes, Fox Outer, call approaching link 5, Shamrock 154.
Now we'll go with Shamrock 776.
Shaw correction, even taxi before, hold short of link 4.
April shortening for Shamrock 39 Charlie.
Air 7X Juliet, cross runway 16, hotel 1.
Cross runway 16, hotel 1, Ryanair 7X Juliet.
Ryanair 21 Delta Whiskey, monitor tower please, 118.6.
Tower now 186. Good morning, Ryanair 31 Delta Whiskey. Even 5,000 feet QNH 1018, 11 hectopascal Ryanair, Bravo.
You're on the cockpit. Fine, acknowledged. Call me through the menu when you are ready.
Shamrock 154, as you approach link 4, you're giving way to Ryanair traffic inbound on your left hand side. Left to right link 4, behind the Ryanair. Taxi on the Outers and then Papa 1.
Okay, behind the Ryanair that's coming in from our left-hand side, let him in, then follow the Foxes, Outers, and onto Papa 1, hold short, Shamrock 154.
Shamrock 40 Hotel, approaching link 1.
Shamrock 43 Hotel, thanks. Continue taxi right turn onto the Foxtrot and hold short link 4.
Hotel boxes and hold short link 4, Shamrock 40 Hotel.
Shamrock 154 at Papa 1, cross runway 16. Then it's Papa 2, Mike to Bravo, hold short, runway 10. Ryanair to the north in the apron are giving way to you.
Okay, with the two Ryans in sight and they're giving way, then it's Papa straight across 34, Mike Bravo, hold short of 10, Shamrock 154.
Shamrock 39 Charlie, you're following the company A320 just parallel in U9, your left hand side. Follow him onto the Outers, but hold short of link 5.
Okay, following the company on the Outers, hold short link 5, Shamrock 39 Charlie. Ground approach, cover it.
Ground the cockpit. Go is driving up.
Super 8 Romeo Delta.
Echo taxi, contact tower 118.6. Good morning.
186, good morning, loud motion 661X.
Ryanair 54 Foxtrot Bravo, descend to altitude 4,000 feet.
Please hold your 4,000 feet, Ryanair, Bravo.
Taxi on the Papa 1, cross runway 16. Papa 2, Mike to Bravo, hold short runway 10.
Okay, behind the Shamrock number. Papa 1, 16, Papa 2,
Super 8 Romeo Delta, cross runway 16, hotel 1, but hold short of link 4. Shamrock 154, hold short
Okay, all
runway
doors
10.
and hatches are
Monitor
closed.
tower,
Ready to connect.
Good morning.
Do they know where Hayward Park is at in Shamrock 151?
Yeah, it's on your script. Talk to you later.
Thanks, bye.
Fox 39 Charlie, yes, you joined the Iders. Ryanair traffic in your 12 o'clock. Follow him on to Papa 1, cross runway 16. And it's Papa 2, Mike to Bravo, so short runway 10.
Alright, Ryanair, kick off 16 Bravo.
Ryanair 7328, you're following the Shamrock outbound on your right hand side. Follow the Shamrock, cross runway 16 and go short runway 10.
Sorry.
Ryanair 5
connected and
Bravo,
bypass in
follow the
service.
Shamrock on
Release
your right
parking
hand
brake.
side, cross runway 16 and go short runway 10.
Park the Shamrock on the right side, cross runway 16, 35, over short runway 16. Alright, thanks for Dr. Bravo.
Starting
David,
for start.
Romeo Delta, continue taxi link 4, Hebron taxi A4, all the way to stand 205 Romeo, Shamrock on the right, giving way to you.
Okay, 4 205 Romans over there.
Shamrock 43 Hotel, give way to the Embraer, left to right, link 4. When he is clear, taxi onto the Iders and go short link 5.
Hey, give way to the Embraer now, that's 12 o'clock from left to right, link 4 Adams, hold short, link 5, Shamrock, 4 0.
Ryanair 7328, hold short of runway 10, monitor tower 118.6, bye bye.
Push out 10, mark out 18.6 meters, 8 way, come on, straight.
Shamrock 39 Charlie, hold short of runway 10 and monitor tower 118.6, bye bye.
Harry, station right,
Shamrock 43 Hotel on the Iders, continue the taxi, Papa 1, cross runway 16, Dennis Papa 2, Mike to Bravo, hold short runway 10.
So the others, Papa 1, cross 163, Papa 2, Mike, Bravo, hold 110, Shamrock, hold it. 77 Charlie, there's now the rest to Alaba. Track 93, Alaba 5. I'm sorry, 77 Charlie, contact Scottish 128, this 1055. 05555, yes. Silver 2 Mike, contact Scottish 128, this 1055. Okay, 055, Roger Mike, bye-bye. The Marshal 661 Echo, vacate left Echo 3, taxi Hotel 2.
59 kilo for taxi.
Shamrock 59 Kilo, taxi Bravo, aboard the 15 link.
Operation complete. Set
Bravo
parking
1,
brake.
we call approaching link 1, Shamrock 59.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
On D1 Romeo arrival, expect a turn for all checks by the
Continue on the 1 Romeo, Shamrock 1 for Yankee, emergency now 230.
Thank you, Shamrock 1 for Yankee.
Hold on.
Hold short from 834, contact ground 121, that's right, goodbye.
What's on runway 234 and 121, decimal 8, out of 166, 1 Echo, bye-bye.
Contact flight level 120 inbound, rule out.
Ryanair 21 Delta, whiskey, identified flight level 230.
Class level 230, runner 3 with over. 17 by now. Looking for that 7 today, Shamrock 776. 776, but just route to Alona, on contact Dublin Shannon 1247.
Connected and bypass bin has been removed. Hand signal on the right. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
To cross 34 and then Hotel 1.
Not emotion 661 Echo A firm, cross runway 16, Hotel 1 and go short link 4.
What's rate 055, 76 good morning.
Taxi, can I get you to call back to clearance, please?
Ladder 661 Echo, ready to cross runway 16 and Hotel 1, hold short of Fox.
Not emotion 661 Echo, hold short of link 4.
Hold short of link 4, ladder 661 Echo. Shamrock 59 kilo approaching link 1.
Shamrock 59 Kilo, thanks. Continue the taxi, right on the Foxes, reported with 2 link 4.
Continue on the Foxes, we call approaching link 4, Shamrock 59 kilo.
Shamrock 59 Kilo, just reference your slots. If need be, are you able Echo 7?
We are indeed Echo 7, Shamrock 59 kilo.
That's lovely, thank you. Lot emotion 661 Echo, contact 121 decimal 86.
121 decimal 88, ladder 661 Echo.
Rhino 1 Fox Alpha, red identified, class flight below 120. Flight below 120, Rhino 1 Fox Alpha. Temperature, medium speed, Rhino, Alpha Bravo.
Delta, left Echo 3, taxi Hotel 2.
3 Hotel 2, Jersey Whiskey. Great, thank you. Shamrock 148. Go.
Second departure to wind 08010 knots, Bologna to Echo departure, Romeo 10, cleared immediate takeoff. Bye-bye.
Cleared immediate takeoff. Shamrock 148, Romeo.
Foxtrot Eider, report approaching link 5.
You wait the loud in motion and then taxi onto Fox Outer and report approaching link 5, Shamrock 59 kilo.
59 kilo. I think she's a bit lost, so just follow her how she is.
Okay.
Runner 5 for Foxtrot Bravo, thank you for the speed. Contact tower 118.16. Good morning.
186, bye-bye, Ryder, Bravo. And Jersey 5 Papa Delta, just confirm we're clear to join the RLS set, Kenneth.
Jersey 5 Papa Delta, just localised only for the moment. I'll have further descent for the guide service very shortly.
Roger, and cleared Kenneth for the localizer only, Jersey 5 Papa Delta.
Jersey 5 Papa Delta, reduce speed till 170 knots.
Speed 170, Jersey 5 Papa Delta.
Thank you. Hold short on my 34 and contact ground now 121 decimal. Good morning.
Jersey Whiskey Delta, low cross runway 16, Hotel 1.
Cross 16, Hotel 1, Jersey Whiskey.
Jersey Whiskey Delta, as you approach Hotel 1. Give way to the Shamrock there, right to left on your nose. Runway is clear. Safe for taxiway 4, all the way to stand 207.
This is your Shamrock, it's 84207, thank you.
Traffic 7 right, 30, minor 1 Foxtrot Alpha.
Minor 1 Foxtrot Alpha, when ready, speed 290 knots.
When ready, speed 290 knots, minor 1 Foxtrot Alpha.
Jersey 5 Papa Delta, descent to altitude 2000 feet, cleared ILS approach, runway 10, report established.
Central altitude 2000 feet, cleared RLS, runway 10, report established, Jersey 5 Papa Delta.
Shamrock 140 Yankee, Archer, Delta Whiskey 755, cleared complex, actually cleared direct to right up.
After 755, clear direct to right up, Shamrock 148.
7, once you sufficient room, proceed Bravo 7, hold short 10.
Roger, Susie 787, 787,
Shamrock 39, Charlie, subject to come to 220 Echo 7, if you sufficient room, proceed to Bravo 7, hold short 10.
Put a little late because there's a lot of departures. So.
120, Charlie, 020. Miles.
Jersey 5 Papa Delta, thank you, reduce speed to 160 knots, and contact tower 118.6. Good morning.
Speed 160, 118.6, Jersey 5 Papa Delta, thanks.
7, hold, correction, taxi Bravo 7, hold short on my 10.
And Jersey 5 Papa Delta with you at 7 miles.
Jersey 5 Papa Delta, continue number 2 to wind 08011.
Continue number 2, Jersey 5 Papa Delta.
Ryder 37 Lima Kilo, good morning, line up for me 10 and wait. Shamrock 4 Trio, high cost, come to traffic at Echo 7, once there's sufficient room, taxi Bravo 7, hold short 10.
Also coming Echo 7, once sufficient room, hold 7, hold at 110, Shamrock 4 We're also able Echo 7 to help.
Okay, you can continue to just the aircraft on stop to get in the way here.
Okay.
4, all the way to stand 203 Lima, I've nothing to affect, just advise on stand.
Cleared now direct to right up.
Present position to right up, Shamrock 148. Wait. Update 055.
Oscar now, Oscar 1 Romeo, just 5153, descend on flight level 130.
Stubber 1 Kilo Roger, descent flight level 70.
Flight level 70, covered 1 kilo. So good morning, Qatar 020, passing level 65, climb level 120. Okay, 020, good morning, flying flight level 230, correct to rule out, when ready, speed 290 knots. Okay, climb level 230, direct rule of, and when ready, speed 290, Qatar 020.
54 Fox Bravo, hold short runway 34, contact ground 121 decimal, goodbye.
Hold short 34, 118 Ryanair, 5 Fox Bravo, goodbye.
Jersey 5 Papa Delta, wind check 080 at 11 knots, runway 10, clear to land.
Clear to land, runway 10, Jersey 5 Papa Delta.
So hello, it's left turn onto runway 34, right at Papa 1, hold short at 5.
Left turn up to 34, right on Papa 1 and holding short link 5, Ryanair 5 Fox Bravo.
54 Fox Bravo at link 5, so all the way to Stan 123.
At least 5 all the way through to 123, Ryanair 5 Fox Bravo. Morning, Ryanair 37 Lima Kilo, Texas 2 Echo, 2,700, climbing 5 at 900.
Ryanair 37 Lima Kilo, radar identified, climb flight level 120.
That's level 120, Ryanair 37 Lima Kilo, any speed.
At usual 290 knots of flight. Shamrock 82 Kilo Romeo, contact Shannon 124, decimal 7.
47, we'll get to Kilo Romeo, bye-bye.
Bye.
Oh yeah.
Shamrock Yankee, reduce speed to 180 knots.
Maybe, Shamrock 1 for you. Shamrock 3 has a label. Ground Rescue 142.
Rescue 15, good morning, Vantage Point South is approved to ring clear of the flight strip and to 10 at all times.
Shamrock 154, surface wind 00 at 10 knots, Dex into echo departure, runway 10, clear takeoff, good morning.
Tango 10, good morning, Shamrock 154.
Jersey 5 Papa Delta, hold short runway 34, contact ground 121 decimal, goodbye.
Good morning, Jersey 5 Papa Delta, hotel 2, holding short.
55 Babadon, hello, cross runway 16, hotel 1.
Hotel 1, Jersey 5 Papa Delta. Ground right, receiving clear top.
Energy Victor Hotel, hello, taxi link 5, Papa 1.
Taxi, Papa 1, Ryan, Victor Delta.
Bye.
V1. Rotate.
203 Romeo.
Hold clear, 203 Romeo, Jersey 5 Papa Delta.
Energy Victor Hotel, Papa 1, cross runway 16, and it's Papa 2, Mike to Bravo, too short, runway 1.
Papa 1, 9, Bravo, 34, Papa 2, Mike 2, down Bravo, hold short, runway 10, Ryan, SQ, Victor Delta. 28055, Qatari 020, good day.
0908, max 18, minimum 06 knots, 52 echo departure, runway 10, clear takeoff, all the best.
Take off 10, Shamrock 3, bye-bye.
Ballast feet stabilizers, clear channel seat set.
Shamrock 154, passing 2,200, climbing 90 on the decks on departure.
Shamrock 154, good morning, radar identified, climb flight level 120.
Climb flight level 120, Shamrock 154.
12, direct flight, Captain 712.
1012, Hector South.
1012 is copy, Shamrock 148, and we're established on the localizer.
Sir, 180, thank you, continue approach.
Continue, Shamrock 148.
Bridge 1 Kilo, reduce speed till 210 knots.
Reduce speed 210 knots, cover 1 kilo. Dublin, Bay today, runner 64, Foxtrot 3, passing. Level 270 descender by level 180. Engine formation at Zulu and speed to 8 knots conversion.
Minor 64 Foxtrot X-ray identified, clear back go, 1 Romeo arrival, runway 10, information Zulu is correct.
Vessel Benson, 1 Romer arrival on 64 Foxtrot X-ray.
Minor 64 Foxtrot X-ray, speed 260 knots down.
Can you confirm speed 260 or less on 64 Foxtrot X-ray?
Winner 264 Foxtrot X-ray, speed 260 knots, descended by level 130.
Consider turn level 130 and speed 260 knots right now, 64 Foxtrot X-ray. Dublin, Shamrock 13 Juliet, descending 170 to right up speed 320.
Shamrock 13 Juliet, get identified and descended by level 130, confirm passing level.
Out of 118.8 now for 130, Shamrock 132.
Shamrock 13 Juliet, thank you, continue to right, runway 10, information Zulu is current and maintain the high speed.
And high speed Zulu for right up Shamrock 132.
Shamrock 13 Juliet, contact Dublin now on 132, that's on 5.
Okay.
traffic 77 with you, passing 5,000 for 3,000, direct dash for the ILS-16.
I got 77 North Tower approach, segment altimeter 3027. And what was the approach again?
3027, and we were inbound direct dash for the ILS-16 into McClellan.
Alex 777, maintain 3000.
Maintain 3,000, have 77.
7, you're 3 miles from dash across dash outer above 2000 cleared, ILS runway 16 approach.
At about 2,000 cleared ILS 16 approach, have 77.
Alex 77, report cancellation of IFR in the air on this frequency on the ground 119.82.
Excellent, so we'll go.
Break 256 Echo NorCal. 256 Echo, we got an emergency inbound to McClellan Airport to C-130. They're going to be quite a bit faster than you, and they're going to close the airfield after they land. I can get you an approach without any delay at Mather if you want to do that. Otherwise, you may take an unknown delay at McClellan.
Do those ones. Is there any other reason for the altitude being hard at that waypoint? The only reason I ask is that all the stars on the rest of Canada have a little note saying it's only for doing the Yankee units. Stuff at those altitudes don't, that constraint your guys that did that.
Okay, so you're asking why it's different for the different approaches and not just like across the board for the same arrival regardless of their approach?
Yeah, because the anthem of Ottawa, their star has, let's just call it the same thing, 210 knots and 5,000, but if there's a note there that says if you're not doing the RMP Yankee, then that altitude constraint doesn't count. So it's only if you're doing the Yankee approach, which is that's kind of that post and set you up for.
Okay, stand by. Let me get it open here.
Yeah, no problem, just curious.
They're kind of 690. I have a feeling that's probably what you're going to see here soon. These arrivals have only come into the St. John's area. I think it was December when they were introduced. So I wouldn't be too surprised if in the near future you saw an amendment that restriction would only be for the RNAV Yankee. I guess maybe it's a bit of a growing pain thing for the area.
That would make sense. I was just curious because sometimes you guys have local restrictions that we're never aware of. So that's why I'm just curious.
I can't see any reason why we would want it. I seem to remember when we were briefed about these new arrivals that all these altitudes were what was requested by the operators, but perhaps something got lost in the mix that was only for the short transitions, which would make more sense.
Yeah, well, that's good, because they happened to us at Denver when we started doing the Yankees that the angle was way too steep because there was no that post altitude for the Yankees, so it ended up being higher on a whole bunch of them. So they made a standard kind of everywhere it looked like across North America. But these ones are at no waiver if you're doing that. Unless we sit here at 10 miles.
send any reports this afternoon.
Okay, so hopefully it's only locally. Thank you.
We just learned from our company that we have to return to Frankfurt because JSK won't accept us today. So request diversion to Frankfurt, please.
Thunderstorm.
Contact service on 5130. My information in H1 count. Chevrolet 6 continue providing with the information about how it is all of them. Circuit 70 miles to touchdown. Chevrolet 6 this on 5930. Chevrolet 6 this on 4000 feet in H1 1000.
Okay, we're sort of going over wows at the moment. Yeah, we're heading over to wows. Looking good. Oh, thank you. Thanks very much, mate. Dice Man, thank you. Yeah, I normally fly with VR. I prefer flying that in VR, but I've started streaming, and so it wouldn't do you guys any justice if I flew in VR just for the visual content. You wouldn't. I don't think you appreciate it as much as I would. So I'm getting used to flying on my monitor. Okay. Just give it that. I don't know how long you've been there. Actually, I wasn't actually looking at the on the view count. We're about 98 miles for my next check, and from then 98 miles. I'll just get ourselves over there a little bit better so we can see where we are. Okay. What we got here? So we've got 97 miles, and then we got the Gatwick is the next dist, and we've got 15. Then we'll turn from that. Let's have a look at that. Mid is the turn that will bring us around. We're heading towards Gatwick, and I think we're going to go anti-clockwise around, turn ourselves on the easterly to bring ourselves in on the 26 left one way. We're not quite there yet. We're won't be able to see it too much if I open it up. Yeah, you won't be able to see it. That line there is a vector. I miss putting on the FMC, but when we get closer to Gatwick, we'll see what that flight path is all about.
Country Juliet, that's copy, descent flight level 80.
10 flight level 80, Shamrock 132.
7328, wind check 090 takeoff, speed on 2 echo departure, runway 10, clear takeoff, goodbye.
Steven 2 echo, and good takeoff 10 Renton. Shamrock 10 echo, descent flight level 130. Flight level 130. 5, Shamrock 154, morning.
Flight for Shamrock 4 Lima Yankee, passing 2500 on a Beckton departure.
Shamrock 4 Lima Yankee, radar identified, climb flight level 120.
Climb flight level 120, Shamrock 4 Lima Yankee.
Flight level 230. Flight level 230, Shamrock 154.
Shamrock 14 Yankee, surface wind is 080 knots, runway 10, clear land. Clear land 10, Shamrock 14 Yankee.
Shamrock 10, X-ray, contact Dublin on 132, that's 1580, morning. 132, 580, Shamrock 10. 1 foot, please, just carry your little inspection, please. Hold it clear of 162.
So X-ray, passing 734 for flight level 130, direct right traffic, 310 knots.
Shamrock 1 X-ray, descent flight level 80.
Descent flight level 80, Shamrock 10.
Shamrock 3 Echo Lima, contact Dublin 129180.
129180, Shamrock 3 Echo Lima, bye-bye.
Right. Shamrock 4 Lima Yankee, direct Declan.
Declan, Shamrock 4 Lima.
Shamrock 13 Juliet, we're going back to 250 below 10.
Shamrock 13 Juliet, that's copy, thanks.
Dublin, hello, Shamrock 3 Echo Lima, climbing level 120, direct route out. Shamrock 3 Echo Lima, identified flight level 230. And flight level 230, Shamrock 3 Echo Lima. Climbing flight level 90, big band 2 Echo departure.
And S7328, radar identified on departure, climb flight level 120.
Flight level 120, thanks, Rainier, 7328.
Julie, central altitude 5,000 feet, QNH 1012, back to the sun.
Send altitude 5,000 feet, 1012, Shamrock 13 Juliet. Southern Carolina, Hawaii 10, Shamrock 59 kilo.
Shamrock 39 Charlie, from Bravo 7, line up runway 10 weight, will be number 2 for departure, and QNH now 1012.
Take 012, lining up runway 10, no shift departure, Shamrock. Liner 64, Foxtrot X-ray, contact Dublin 132, that's 1580.
132, 580, Ryanair, for Foxtrot X-ray, have a nice day back. Maybe the Ryanair 64, Foxtrot X-ray, descent flight level 1, speed 0, speed 260.
Ryanair 64, Fox X-ray,
descent flight level 80.
Descent flight level 80 right now, 64, positive 6.
Turning off 10, Shamrock 59 kilo.
Shamrock 1 for Yankee, hold short runway 34, contact ground 121 estimate, bye-bye.
118, hold short 34, Shamrock 1 for Yankee, look. Lost over 1 kilo, which is fully established, left 10 miles.
Tower 1 Kilo, good morning, continue, number 1, wind check 09010 knots, traffic to the car.
Hey, how you going, Nix?
4 Lima Yankee, climbing flight level 120, respect. Shamrock 4 Lima Yankee, good day, close level 230. Flight level 230.
How you going? I'm just on my way destined to Gatwick. I'm just coming over the Welsh border. Looking good. I'll be making descent very shortly. Actually, we're currently at only 5,000 feet, but I'll be making a descent shortly.
Good morning, 90 for me 108. Check QNH 1012.
Okay, we've got about 69 miles there per bed. We've got 69 miles, and after 69 miles I'll make a descent. So it's 68 miles there.
KLM 933, contact Dublin with the speed of 132, that's 1580. 12258, speed KLM 933, goodbye. Hello, KLM 933, passing level 170, descending 130, speed 270.
KLM 933, roger, descent flight level 110.
Descent level 110, KLM 933.
Shamrock 10, X-ray, contact Dublin approach 1211.
Dublin approach 1211, Shamrock 10.
Fly straight from Sydney with the Z-boat. Yeah, look, I have done some flights from Melbourne to Sydney, and I've done some flights from Sydney to Melbourne. There's a lot in between. It really is. I've done a flight from Melbourne to Brisbane. That was a good flight. This is my second flight of today, and I think it might be my last. I'm not quite sure. I might go back to Dublin after I've landed at Gatwick. We'll wait and see. But yeah, this is Z-boat, as you know. This is a Z-boat. I'm having a lot of fun with it. I'll just turn off the radio. One sec.
Number 1 Kilo, wind check 0010 knots, from me 10, clear to land.
That's better. I can hear myself think. Yeah, Zebo. They're always updating, aren't they? And I guess the latest. Well, I think it's one of the latest one. There could be another one after that. But one thing I noticed before, you couldn't open the door, but now you can. I didn't know that you could open the door. I quite like that. I can't believe that this isn't a payware. I've got a lot of aircraft that are payware, and I seem to have a lot of fun flying Zebo. I like the checklist. I think this is the new addition. Is the checklist there? I quite like that. And I think there is an alternative checklist that someone's made, but that's great. You don't need anything else, anything different than what they. I think it's just the layout's a little bit different from the alternative. Putting it back though is a bit of a. I can put it back a lot easier when I'm in VR, which I prefer flying in VR. There you go. It goes back in. I'm going to actually land in VR. and I'm going to look at the stream afterwards to see how that comes across, because I think the screen is a lot narrower. It's not as wide as it is on the big screen here. But I'm going to try to do some research. I know that I can mirror my VR image, but for some known reason I can't use my mouse. And there's got to be I've seen some guys with been flying with VR and they've used their mouse. So I need to do a bit of research on that. So, but just very curious on what it's going to look like when I end up landing in VR, and see what that's going to look like. And if it looks pretty crap, I'm not going to bother with it anymore, because I'm not doing it for my point of view, my benefit. I'm trying to do it for the viewers' benefit.
And then good rolling speed, echo 3, please.
Turn 1, 0, welcome, Silver 1 kilo. 59 kilo. Dublin Ryanair 64533. Do we have still any speed restriction?
645 Kate, actually you can contact Dublin approach now 1211 and ask them.
Turn 1, Ryanair 64533. Thank you, bye.
Bye. Shamrock 59 kilo, contact Dublin 135655.
135655, Shamrock 59 kilo.
Speed 260.
26 for Fox and Exeter, good morning. Continue on D1 Romeo arrival. Expected turn for Neckel at approximately Admiral.
Let's continue back to 1 Roman arrival. Speed restriction 34.
Friday 6 for Foxtrot X-ray on passing flight level 80, reduced speed to 220.
Passing 80, reduced speed to 220. Ryanair 64 Fox X-ray.
6 for Foxtrot X-ray, descent towards 25,000 feet, QNH 1012, next to Scout.
QNH 101, direct to Scout, and control 5,000 feet, Ryanair 64 Fox X-ray.
Thank you for the like. Appreciate that.
Check QNH 1012.
Morning, London, West 10, 1012, Shamrock 40. 90 knots.
And level 220, ready to land last Shamrock, Charlie.
Go about 42 miles from bed, and we'll be getting ourselves. Well, we will descend at that point, and we get ourselves around and head around towards 26 left one way at Gatwick.
290 knots when I go.
Protection 290, that's a great right. I've had another brother.
KLM 933, descent flight level 9 or 0.
Oh, 90, okay, I'm at 15.
Reserve 1867.
Okay, hold, flip 1, Dublin, Hotel 186, Ryanair 534. Have a good day, bye-bye.
That's what it.
Over 1 kilo, thanks for that. Hold short miss 34, contact ground 121 decimate. Bye-bye.
No problem, that's what I said, 1 kilo. No line, 1 kilo, echo 3, hotel 2.
So we're 1 kilo, hello again, cross runway 16, hotel 1.
Hotel, cross on this hotel, hotel 1 kilo.
When I get myself around about, I don't know, maybe 20 miles out from Gatwick, I'm going to put my headset on, my VR headset, and I'm basically going to do it just to find out what it looks like on the receiving end. I'm going to, once I've finished this stream, I will have a look at it and see if it's worth doing it as a visual aspect.
KLM 933, good morning. D1D1 Romeo arrival. Expecting turn for Nickel at approximately approach.
Just turn that radio down. Right.
Expect Nickel after
KLM 933, reduce speed to
I actually need to change that channel. The channel is at the moment is Dublin Tower, and should have got rid of that a while ago now to get myself tuned into Gatwick.
Minor 2 Victor, Talwin check 08010 knots, Liberty to enter departure, runway 10 clear takeoff. Bye-bye.
Okay. We're not too... 1 second. Oh, well, that was cool. I just had my son ring me up and said that he's been watching my stream, and he said it's really funny. Well, that's kind of nice. Okay, I'm just going to drop the altitude down to 3,000, and I bet I'm going to hit that cloud cover. And if I do, I may go below that as well. Just set me down to 3,000. Probably a bit. People have a slow descent, and see how we go with that. Okay. I actually got to change my pause button. My pause button is right next to my zoom in button, and sometimes I flick the pause button on. I need to change that, Hockey. I need to change that. Okay. I'll just bring in the range to 40. Okay, so we've got 20. What's it? 25 miles. 24 miles down there. There you go, 24 miles. Then we have 15, and then mid is 26 miles. Oh, look at that. My son said he loves me. That's nice, isn't it? I love you too. That's cool. It's nice. Your son's watching me stream. How funny is that? Lost for words. Oh, look, we got holy. I might say holy crap. Okay, so 22, 15, 26, 5 and 17. What was the next? Oh, so we've got a little way to go yet before we get to runway 08 right. Cool. So we're getting close. Just set the map up again. We should be able to see Gatwick on our charts now. There we go. EG KK is Gatwick, highlighted up in yellow there, and our runway is 08R, so it will be the left side of them two there. So if we look at the actual runway, it's the left side, even though we're going 08 right, it is our left, it is their right, that's why it would be left of that. So we're getting close. I will be putting my VR on though when we get a little bit close to land. I just want to see what it looks like on the receiving end. I've got a funny feeling it's not going to. We've got some turbulence coming in now. Just some turbulence. You can see that the trim is working overtime there. This aircraft has just recently been updated, and I was just talking to a guy just now. I mentioned about this door. You couldn't open that door before, and you can actually go through there now. But before with this Zebo, you couldn't. Thank you, thanks Nicholas. That's lovely. Yeah, I do my best to try to fly the best I can, as safely as I can. More to the point. Because there's nothing worse than being an unsafe flying pilot, because you probably won't be around it for long. Thank you. I do my best. I'm trying to do my best. I'm just going to mention to the passengers that we're going to have it make our descent. And I may just drop our speed to 200.
And Ryanair 64 Kilo Julie, we've some issue with radar, so just hold position till advice. We'll hold position when it's
and we see what. At first, I'm just going to find out what this what the flight plan and what it entails, because I might just might release the autopilot, and then I'll fly manually online with the runway 08R. So how long have we got now? Skip rid of that. 6,000 to go for altitude. So yeah, I'm going to bring my flight down to 2,000 now.
Contact ground 121, definitely, goodbye. Ryanair 8 Victor direct to Neckel, descent flight level 80.
Because I want to get out of the cloud cover.
Bradley, Lipco 1 Romeo, arrival, runway 10.
Bradley, Lipco 1 Romeo, arrival 10, Mark 1500.
From a 10 clear land.
Good Ryanair, Wednesday, Ryanair 6456. Push back and cover. Exactly.
Canada 33, thank you. Contact tower 118.16. Good morning.
186, good morning, Delta 2C. Good morning, Delta 2C, MS Iris 10.
KLM 923, continue, number 2 wind check 090, 10 knots reported 4 miles.
Number 2, going 4 miles, KLM 923.
5655, Dublin, Ryanair 534, over there, bye-bye.
64 Kilo Julie, we have an issue with radar, as I advised. All departures have want to have an update next.
Air Flight 34, thank you. Identify climb flight level 230.
Climb flight level 230, Ryanair 534.
Just happy to suspend. I'll get back to you once we have more information.
Standing on ground, Ryanair 4.
Shamrock 151, Dublin, operating on the radar, backup system, please be aware.
Ryanair 60 descend to altitude 4,000 feet, QNH 1012 hex per knot.
Set altitude 4,000 feet, QNH 1012, Ryanair 8.
2,500.
Shamrock, question Ryanair 534, report your speed now to Scottish on 128.055.
28055, or with the speed, Scottish Control, Ryanair 534, have a good day, bye-bye.
Right, 5050 operation on a backup radar system.
On this one, Ryanair 6456, right.
Radar system.
Alright, excellent, thanks very much, Ryanair 86.
Spinner 18 copy, you identified, be aware Dublin operating on a radar backup system. Cleared now direct to Neco for left turn in runway 10, information Alpha is first. Direct to Neco, runway 10, we have Alpha Spinner 18 copy. Spinner 18 top, descent flight level 130, good rate descent through flight level 200. Descent in flight level 130, good rate to 200, Spinner 18 copy.
So when you're ready, go by the information, go shortly forward.
Shamrock, put you on there, hold on the information, hold short.
It's starting to rain.
Whiskey Romeo, I've nothing to effect, the call ground north on 121.8.
Sorry, say again.
Whiskey Romeo, I've nothing to effect you, so you can call ground north on 121.8.
Shamrock, Whiskey Romeo.
1,000 to go.
Speed cleared out of approach runway 10, report established.
Set off to 3,000 feet, cleared out of 10, will call Ryanair 86.
Okay, it started to rain. It's either it started to rain or it's because I'm in this dense cloud cover. I'm just going to actually drop the descent a little bit quicker actually, in the hope that it's not raining, but if it is, it is. But I think it could be because I'm in this cloud cover that we're just producing rain. Not heavy, but it's there though. Right, we're coming up to the divert course. We'll be coming up very shortly. Almost now. Here we go. The aircraft will change course now. Which is basically taking us to the we're just almost coming to the end of this, up to what, 50 miles now, 45, 50 miles to go. I'm not quite sure how low this cloud cover is. I'm hoping it's below 1,500. Just coming out of it now, are we? Not sure. I had this morning. The whole of Europe was blanketed full of deep, dense cloud cover. Just gonna look at the radar, traffic radar. The code for Gatwick, EGKK. And there you go. That's 10 miles out from that even could be us. No, that's not us. So there's the aircraft coming to land, and you can actually track that. Yeah, that's in cloud cover as well. That's in cloud cover as well. There you go. What we've got here? Portuguese.
Okay, proceed onto the Bravos and Echo 7, hold short on me 10.
Echo 7, hold short, 0, rescue 1.
Actually, I didn't actually quite get what altitude that was at. They give me an indication. Oh, well, I can just see the ground now. We're coming out of the clouds now.
This now is all time. Traffic joins final just 12 miles and touchdown.
I actually want to drop down to 1500. We're getting close. I'll be putting my VR on very shortly. And we'll see how that comes out like. Get some lights on. I won't use the detractable. The detractable can actually slow you down. It actually can act as a wind air brake, and so I might just leave the main fixed lights on. That's fixed on the wing, the inner part of the wing. And when I put the landing gear down, we'll have the taxi lights and the one-way lights, which they're quite powerful.
We've probably got about half an hour of the engine running if we shut down.
This is a morning flight. It just gone past 8:15 in the morning, and our flying time is just coming up to 40 minutes. That was from Dublin. Just look at the map again. Okay, we're getting close. So that's what's highlighted in yellow is Gatwick. That's Gatwick there. That's where we'll be landing. Left of that, there's two runways, and we'll be landing on the left runway, which is shorter. So you need to make your approach, well, just basically get it down as quick as possible. Now, when we get to around about here, I may take it off auto, and I'll put my my VR on.
Victor wind check 080 at 11 knots from a 10, clear to land. 10, clear to land.
As we go.
Tower 4 Delta, fly heading 250, contact Dublin approach 1211. Heading 250 on 1211, Tower 4 Delta. Tower approach to Wise, Tower 4 Delta, descend at flight level 80, turning off the heading at 250, speed 200 knots.
Number 4 Delta, good morning. Could you on that heading back to Line approach on May 10?
1,000 feet,
Descend
stabilize,
altitude 5 on QNH 1012 hex down.
Okay, I can put the VR on now.
4 Delta, speed 50 operating on a backup radar.
Let's copy Silver 4 with Dolphin. 151, contact Dublin 120.755, Dublin.
120.755, Shamrock 151, Banner.
Are we able to shut down one engine?
Yeah, you can do that and let me know. I'll advise you then when we get any more information.
Okay, it takes about 2 minutes to start it, so it should be a problem.
Okay, that's copied.
Descent flight level 70, Shamrock 151. Just confirm the airport is open. We're just getting an ACAR here from ops.
And we are having problems with our radar. We're operating on a backup system at the moment, so until we find out what's exactly wrong, this is 0 slow rate 117 man.
Okay, but they are landing now.
A-firm. And I'll get back to you if it's going to be more of a significant delay. I want to offer a transfer line for you.
Anyone on top of thank you. Contact Tower 118.6. Good morning.
Well, 118.6 is now running from back.
Gilbert 41 Delta, cleared direct to right, up to establish localize the runway 10.
Clear direct right up for the road driver to 10, somewhere forward Delta.
What's happened there?
Dinner 18 Papa, good morning to continue approach runway 10, reported 4 miles, surface wind 090 to 11 knots. Ryanair 8, Victor, Piquet, left Echo 3, continue taxi Hotel 2.
Echo 3 continues taxi Hotel 2, Ryanair 8.
Well, that's not good. Something's giving me a hit on my frame rate on VR and VR, so I'm not going to. Trying to get it off is going to be difficult now. Oh dear.
64 kilo Judas, if you want to shut down the second engine, that's approved.
Thank you, 64 kilo Judas.
Our trans 1842 affirm, and second engine also shut down is approved. Continuing the present heading now, contact approach 1211.
Heading 111, Shamrock 151.
10 knots from me, 10, clear to land.
Clear to land, 10, cannot run at the front.
Shamrock 151 with you, run heading to 85, descending flight level 70, speed 210. Sure, 151, good morning, could you on the heading and report from clear whether an able to accept a right turn? It'll be just about 5 miles, Shamrock 151. Station 151. Gilbert 41 Delta, descent to altitude 3,000 feet, approach runway 10, report established.
3000, clear line left, approach 10, target established, somewhere forward up.
0151, be advised you're operating on a backup radar system. Okay, that's copied, Shamrock 151. You are landing though, right? We're just going to wind down at the moment, Shamrock 151, but you firmly will be landing runway 10. Okay.
How's it go?
Shamrock 151, where okay, where now? 151, thank you, clear direct to Oslex and descent to altitude 5,000 feet, Canadian 1012, Express South. Direct to Oslex, 5,000 feet, 1012, Shamrock 151. descend 4,000 feet and with 200 knots please, we'll keep the speed Shamrock 171.
Center 18 Papa, continue Hotel 2, hold short runway 34.
Continue Hotel 2 and hold short of runway 34. Minute 1 is Papa. 10, Shamrock 151. Shamrock 118. What do I do like in 18 Papa? Thank you, good morning.
Contact Tower 118 decimal 6, good morning.
118 decimal 6, Summer forward Dublin.
Tower 151, reduce speed to 180 knots. And descend to altitude 3,000 feet, clear island, approach runway 10.
Back to 180 knots, descend 3,000 feet, clear island 10, Shamrock 151. 205 Lima, station 1 is Papa.
Tower 41 Delta, continue ILS 10, number 1, report at 4 miles, the wind is 090, 10 knots.
Continue Italia 4, Summer forward Dublin.
Rescue 1, proceed across runway 34 before beginning. Rescue 1, thank you.
Dublin 41 Delta, surface in 090, 10 knots, runway 10.
Forward Dublin, 4.5 minutes.